8:01 here in the East, and we start this hour with the Fox News alert. Doctors are apparently and reportedly becoming concerned for Queen Elizabeth II's health. Buckingham Palace said she is currently being advised to remain under medical supervision and remains comfortable at this hour at Balmoral Castle. Members of the royal family, such as Prince Charles and William, have arrived in Scotland to visit Queen Elizabeth II. We will keep you posted on that. In the meantime, welcome to Hour 3 of Fox and Friends for this Thursday. And we've got Carly in today for Ainsley.
And you wouldn't think that, for example, you wouldn't think that both princes would be available at the same time if maybe something's going on within the family that they knew, Prince Harry knew to be around.
Yeah, that's exactly right. And members of the royal family are apparently on their way to the hospital. You know, one thing about Queen Elizabeth is that she's lived just such an incredible life, and she's been one of the royals to make such a strong and positive mark on the royal family, and she is advancing in years, and despite her age, she remains somebody that always seems to be very healthy and very vibrant, but you always, because of her age, you do wonder when something like this could happen.
Sure.
But everybody, of course, here in the U.S. is wishing her the best of luck.
And it is right, and it is a time of transition. In the UK, it was just a couple of days ago where there was an image of the Queen shaking hands with the incoming Prime Minister, Liz Truss. This news broke while the new Prime Minister was delivering the plan for dealing with the energy crisis, and a note was passed to the Labour leader, according to Sky News. The PM has apparently canceled engagements yesterday, rather the Queen is, canceled engagements yesterday and was resting on doctors' advice after meeting the outgoing Prime Minister Boris Johnson and welcoming Miss Truss. She welcomed both at Balmoral rather than Buckingham Palace, which is a little different than tradition. That's where she's at. She's not in London.
Well, the other thing to keep in mind, too, is how many events she's had to cancel, postpone, not appear at, where traditionally she's been there for 50-plus years. And, of course, getting up there in age and the stress of this family fracture must not have been easy. On top of that, the pandemic and the loss of her husband.
That's right.
I mean, she's certainly had her hands full over the last few years. Certainly anything but a glide path, which is a difficult schedule with her obligations.
Sure,
Yeah.
and it was just a month or two ago when in London they marked her Jubilee. As the monarch of Great Britain. She's 96 years old. She spent the summer at Balmoral Castle, and that is actually up north at the family's royal estate in Aberdeenshire, Scotland.
That's right. We are looking at Balmoral right now. That is where she's being treated. This is one of her favorite places. She vacations in Balmoral, Scotland, spends a lot of downtime with her family there. So that's where she has decided to stay and be treated for the health condition that she's currently undergoing. She's 96 years old. And like you just said, we celebrated the Platinum Jubilee just a few months ago, covered it extensively on Fox and Friends. Ainsley was there.
Yeah.
That's right, with Martha and Piers Morgan. And it was really a wonderful celebration, but some of the events that were going on changed in terms of scheduling because she was originally going to go to them. And because of her health, because of her age, she decided to cancel and pull back a little bit on the rigorous schedule.
Right. Well, she was able to do that first main event where the family, for the most part, came out on the facing the plaza there at Buckingham Palace to a huge ovation. And also, about the same time, we saw the Queen actually do that little bit with Paddington Bear, where she pulled a marmalade sandwich out of her purse, which the world loved to see the Queen at 96 making a joke about, look, I got a jelly sandwich in my purse.
Prime Minister Liz Truss said this: the whole country will be deeply concerned by the news from Buckingham Palace this lunchtime, adding, "My thoughts and the thoughts of the people across our United Kingdom are with Her Majesty and the Queen and her family at this time." She put that out on Twitter. So we'll continue to follow this story and see what happens. Obviously, Prince Charles, if something was to happen, a lot of people thought maybe the Queen would step aside in advanced age and enjoy herself and turn over those duties to Prince Charles. But that really hasn't happened as of yet.
Right. The key, though, is, she is 96 years old. And for the fact that doctors are now publicly saying they're using the word concerned, as you can see in the banner, that makes it a little different. And that's why the eyes of the world now are on Scotland.
That's right.
And how is the Queen.
7 decades on the throne. She has increasingly handed duties over to Prince Charles as she has suffered from mobility issues. That's the thing that we kept on hearing during the Platinum Jubilee, that she had mobility issues.
Sure, and it was within the last year or so that Prince Philip died, and it has been a challenging year for the monarch. We will keep you posted throughout the day right here on Fox. I'm Steve Ducey.
I'm Brian Kilmeade.
And I'm Ainsley Earhart. And click here to subscribe to the Fox News YouTube page to catch our hottest interviews and most compelling analysis.